What's the deal, man? It's the boy Dwayne McClain at the Dwayne McClain TV. I'm back. I'm all the way back. I know y'all missed the boy, man. I know y'all missed me, man. I know y'all been locked down wondering where the boy was at. No, I ain't get tucked in. No, I ain't get cloned. No, I ain't went, you know what I'm saying? Nah, ain't nothing happened to me. I ain't get kidnapped, you know what I mean? I'm back. I really just honestly just had to take some time off, you know what I mean? Like content was getting stale. I couldn't even think of videos to record, you know, and I had my son for the holidays. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Let's spend some time with him. You know, because how it was, I get off work and go record or do videos. So now I got off work, went to see my son. So, but today on Don't Get Tucked In, I got a very special guest coming in. The man name is Art. He came on the Roberto Conspiracy podcast. When Roberto was having his intermission, I was allowing people to come on the show, and Art came on, and he just dropped jewels, like just went crazy, like drop, bam, 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 dropping jewels. So I'm like, all right. He hit me up on Instagram. I said, hey man, what's up, man? Let's get you back on the show. We talk, you know, work some things out, and he agreed to come on the show. So yeah, he's gonna come on. I sent him the link. You know, y'all know I usually just gotta go live, talk my shit for a little bit, and I sent him the link. I don't know if he's gonna come in anytime soon, but he should be. You know what I'm saying? So talk about Nate Robinson. He got knocked the fuck out. Molly the Great. Let me click on this, man. Somebody said talk about Nate Robinson, though. Like, y'all see that, man? Nate Robinson got hands. Who is that? Nah, this the person that said that. Talk about Nate Robinson. He got knocked the fuck out. What is y'all talking? There's nothing to talk about. Like, he got knocked out. Yeah, that's knocked out, man. Shit, a lot of people going to get their ass knocked the fuck out by that dude. He beat my ass. I go in there. I can't fight for shit. Now, if he was wanting to do a battle to the death, oh, well, I'll tuck Jake Paul in. He get tucked in. He gonna try to do that boxing shit. And I'm gonna come in with that stabby stab shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't play that boxing. Nigga, box. Wrestle. Bitch, we murder niggas. We don't be doing no wrestling, man. Boxing. Fight. Fight me? Get punched? No, you about to get stabbed. You about to get blasted. What's up, man? They hit me up. Shouts out to them, man. Shouts out to the boy, Scorp Pinky, Jasmine Love and Jay, big supporter of the channel. Shouts out to Tori, man. She big supporter of the channel, showing all the love. I really appreciate her. How was Thanksgiving? It was all right. It wasn't like, like, I feel like the old school days of Thanksgiving is over with. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when Thanksgiving used to be what it was, when families was around and everybody was together, but everybody's separated now. Kids don't even go outside no more. Nobody care about doing anything no more. So I personally, Thanksgiving doesn't have that same feel. At least for my family, it doesn't. I don't know how y'all feel. Let me text this dude, see if he got it. He might be getting himself set up. I ain't digging my nose, y'all. I know y'all talking shit. Hood Illuminati boys, let's go. I like that. Hood Illuminati boys. I like that. Mr. Queen, where you been? Shouts out to the white folk, man. I really appreciate all my white supporters, man. You know what I'm saying? And where I've been, like I said, y'all just had to take a break. You know what I mean? Just had to get some time in. I got him on. You coming on now. You good? Give me a thumbs up if you good. Good? All right. My boy Art coming on, man. The man's intelligent, smart dude. Need his own YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of people don't want to start from the bottom, but we're going to get all into that, man. He's going to be dropping some knowledge, man. So y'all keep up. Keep up.
What's up, brother?
What's the deal, man?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling. Just like I said, using this new technology out. It's pretty cool.
That's the MacBook Pro right there?
Yeah, I got I didn't get the one with the 5M chip. I wasn't trying to ball out. I just got the one with the Intel. But it's smooth. I had to download Chrome or I would have been in here. I thought I had it already, but we set up. We good to go.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Introduce yourself to the people, man. Let them know who you is.
All right. Well, my name is Art. I am just a casual observer of life, hip hop culture, and of course this conspiracy truth community thing that everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's what we here for. We can talk about it all because I'm kind of a walking encyclopedia. So throughout tonight, if I get off task, you're gonna have to throw me back on track. But
nah, man, you about to be all over. I'm about to just let you go like a wildfire, man. If they can't keep up, that's on them.
Yeah. And I might be stepping off periodically like this just to pour up some water because you know you gotta stay hydrated.
Brother,
Must stay.
doing this shit, all this talking, man.
Yeah, must stay hydrated. Must stay hydrated.
Yeah, man. So I need to get me some AirPods. You see, I'm still in 2016, 2015 with the wires.
And now is the time to kind of do it with all of these Black Friday deals. And I had kind of really I'm mad at myself because during the pandemic, this computer was way cheaper. Like during April, like the last 2 weeks of April to like the beginning of May, everything was just dumb cheap because the economy was at such a standstill. But it's like, you know, just because I kind of, you know, I resell shoes a little bit and I be on the internet with the hustling. So I kind of always watch prices. But I know, what is it? It's usually like the 13th, 14th, something like that. Best Buy usually have like a little 2-day event with Apple products. And that's really the time to jump on it. Cause like I heard the pros is gonna probably get down to like 140. I got the ones with the chargeable case. You know, I got them. I got them a while ago though, so I got hit and paid full price. But them is gonna get down too. So yeah, like I said, now you know, I feel like this virus kind of was a blessing in a lot of ways. Yeah, but in a lot of ways, if you was on your shit and you was really, you know, I guess mentally prepared, then it was cool because it was really just like, you know, a lot of self isolation. And we seeing a lot of people, and we already noticed a lot of people don't love themselves. So they don't want to be around themselves. And that's what really, you know, where all the mental strife and shit comes from. But, you know, it was what it was. We made it happen. It was cool, made it through it. But, you know.
Yeah. So how you feel about, we talking about Apple, man, you know, how you feel about the Apple having that, what's it called, like a slave ring of making the iPhones? Like the Apple building is around the building is these fences is the where the people hop out the window.
Yeah, you talk about in China. Yeah.
China,
I mean, but it's like, I guess kind of not to, you know, I guess to kind of start talking about what we're talking about. It's like you just gotta look at like how America is built on like corporate values, quote unquote. And it's like one thing I've learned in America, really, and it's fucked up, and it shouldn't be that way. But like people got to stop being so butthurt about certain stuff because we got to realize like a lot of these people, when it comes to making money, is no morality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, Apple is a product of California, but of course they can go and take it to China and have these slave rings, just like Nike, just like all the clothing companies. You know, you could take it overseas because of the cost of living is just so cheap and it's so low over there that okay, these people will work around the clock for whatever, just because it's like, you know, it's just so many people. So it's like when you living in a society in a culture like that with so many people, it's like, you know, people just kind of just do whatever, like kind of almost like New York City, man. Like that shit's electric. It's a very crazy strong energy there. But then at the same time, people is real kind of like, fuck you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody standoffish because once again, it's that mentality of so many people. It's like, yo, like you trying to stop what I got going. And that's no knock to people from New York. But it's just like I said, I kind of get it because it's so fast paced. There's so many people. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, you know, these businesses is going to make their money regardless.
So basically what you're saying is, hey man, because this is how I do. If I need a job, I'm not going to work for anything under $16. That's just how I do. If it's under $16, $17, I'm not coming to work. I will find a job until I find that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be going to work and no fast food. Nothing against anybody who does that. Nothing against them. That's just me personally because my bill's too damn high. I can't even afford to even work there. It would do me no justice to work. I'll be in debt. So
yeah, I'm
America sees that and they like, nah, but let's go to China. We can pay them $3 an hour, man. Fuck that. Get them out $1 an hour.
And then too, America, like the construct of wealth, quote unquote, here is like time. No, like you feel me? Like time is the thing that's like that's the intangible. Like you can't get time back. You could be on your deathbed and have $1 billion and like, yo, I want to buy like 5 more minutes. Like, nah, time is invaluable. So then that's the whole thing. So that's why when people really say that shit, like you're not making money until you making money doing nothing. That's because you are allowing your time. Your time is so valuable that you're, like, you know, you created passive income. So you can do whatever with your standard time. But that's why it's just like, you know, just the whole system, like with school, like we went to school damn near like 6 hours a day for 12 years. And then we got good grades to get into good colleges, so to speak. We got good grades in colleges to get into jobs. So now you can have a family, but then you got to pay off all this debt from college. And now you accumulate even more and more debt. Oh, you got a house, you got this, you got that. So it's always like we're just put in this perpetual cycle to chase money, chase money, chase money, chase money. But it's like you're giving up so much time in chasing money. And at the end of the day, like you can make money and you can lose money, you get money back, but you don't get time back. Like, you know what I'm
Hell
saying?
no. And I ain't understand that, especially in my youth. I was always trying to make, I'm still young as fuck. I'm only 29. But what I'm saying is when I was 21, 22, 23, I was always focused on working. I wasn't really thinking about taking this time off and getting that and making them memories, man. You know what I'm saying? But you broke up education. Explain to me your thoughts of it, because it seems like we go to school and we just get their information that they give us. Like they teach these kids Osama bin Laden knocked the planes down. We got to learn about how the Christopher Columbus and all them came to America. If it was peacefully, you know, they talk about the Trail of Tears just a little bit. They don't let us know that it was really some real black people already over here. Like, explain about how school is, because it seems like it brainwashes us to be into this society.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because it's like, I mean, I guess really like, you know, like to kind of get started on the talk, like when you look at it, like it's three city, quote unquote, city states that run the world. And that's Washington, D.C., which is the military capital of the world, or military for the world. Then you got the Vatican City, which is the representation of the religious capital of the world. And then you got London City, London, where all the major banks and everything that's incorporated or in London. So these three things, these is really who run the world. But then it's just like when you look at the Vatican, like, you know, when you really, because, you know, I went to private school. So when you look at really private school, parochial school, whether it's a outright Jesuit school or a Catholic school, it's still Jesuit based. So it's like, and it's like I said, I went to Catholic school and I went to private school and I went to public school. But the thing that was wild to me about private school was like private school is kind of in a way made me like put the foundation for me to step outside of religion. Because once you step, because like I said, because it's like they kind of both go hand in hand. Because it's like the schooling aspect is just like it's repetition. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just constantly hum routine. Like you going to school for 9 months, you off for 3. But it's like I said, it's like preparing you to go to work because you're going to school Monday through Friday. But then it's like now that's the one part of the education. Now the other part would be the Christianity aspect. So, you know, we went to Sunday school. So it's like you think about it, you go to Sunday school 1 week, 4 times a month versus going to regular school 20 times a month. But it's like everything that you learn in a Sunday school is supposed to be, oh, this is this and that. But then it's just like for example, or for an exact reason, what they're teaching you on Sunday don't line up with what you learn Monday through Friday. So then what you think you retain what you hear Monday through Friday. And then as you get older and you, like I said, once you know, because that's why I said it's like, really, we're going to talk about the school and we talking about everything with black people, like the school to prison pipeline. You know what I'm saying? That shit's real. They start to keep track of us young black men and the black boys. You know what I'm saying? From like most pivotal times is really like 2nd to 4th grade. Because if your reading scores and all that shit ain't right by then they already know that they got a prison for you. They know, okay, bet, well, we about to take him out of these regular classes, put him in the slow classes, put him on the medicine. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much. It's so much conditioning.
So they pretty much be premeditating. Like, hey, we got some slow ass niggas. We're gonna pretty much push these guys. We already know we got a few criminals right here, and that's why they try to keep that low vibration on our community.
I mean, oh, for sure. I mean, like everything, even like it's just everything with like how we put. Because it's like I put it like this. All right, like, you know, I believe in God, but I believe in God as like creation. And it's like, and people kind of get, you know, this kind of like people don't get where I'm going with it, so I say it, but it's like, if you look at the Bible and like it say in the beginning, the word was God and God was the word. So like on the first day, he created the heavens and the earth and the sun and the moon and stars and all that, right? But then like science would be like, yeah, the universe was created by protons and neutrons and electrons and all of this hitting. Then when you break both of them down on a vibrational level, like my voice is tone and frequency and it resonates. So all it really is just thoughts coming down my brain that's going down my spinal cord, that's being articulated, and your ears are hearing the vibration. It will be vibrations, but your ears break down these vibrations. So God's voice was the Big Bang to create everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like that goes into the whole thing when like where how science, they call, like when science was coming up, like Sir Isaac Newton and a lot of these people, the Vatican was in power. So that went against religious teaching. So it's like, no, we can't have them talking about this and saying it's this. Like, no, we're going to say this science is bad to push the religion, you know, because the religion was the church and the state. But it's like they separated it, but it's not really separated. You know what I mean? But it's like it's a tracking system. It's a tracking program. It's a lot that's done. Like I said, like, because I always talk to my mom about this. You know, she about to be 70, Bible thumper, hardcore Obama supporter.
Oh man,
But
I'll tell you, boy, our black mamas, bro, the black mamas in the hood, they not letting go of no Jesus, and they for damn sure ain't letting go of no Obama.
Hey, they big three is white Jesus,
Facts.
Martin Luther King, and
God.
Barack Obama. That's the big three in the black community.
Man, I got kicked out for saying Michelle Obama is a trans and Barack Obama gay.
Hey, if you hop on this internet thing, it's enough out here for you to draw your own conclusion. But then too, like that's a part of that conditioning, because it's like the popular culture was given to us. Like that's what I'm saying, like real shit. Like you remember Chris Rock Head of State? Like okay, like so I'm a little bit older than you. Like I'm 35, right? So I remember when that shit came out, and I was like, man, that shit would be so cool if we had a black president. And like that shit came out in 2003, and then 2006, this nigga Obama get that speech at the Democratic National Convention, and now he a political superstar. So it's like they was telling us what was up, but then like for some reason on the Nas album that came out in 2007 before the election, he had the song with John Legend about, though it might seem heaven sent, we ain't ready for a black president. And then Jeezy come out with my president is black, my Lambo is blue. And all of this is like really low key before this nigga even got the party nomination. So it's like, in a way, like, you know what I mean? Like, I say he's the ultimate banker's president. Like, he came in and he did everything he, like, you know what I mean? He it was an agenda that he had to push. But it's
the gay shit.
I mean, it was that, but then it was a lot to do with the banks. Like I said, if you really go back now, especially with all this shit on Netflix, bro, like I've been watching shit and even watching old cartoons like that I've seen as a kid, and it's like this shit been around, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what you mean it's been around? What been around?
Oh, like like if you want to talk about the gay agenda, like that shit's been going on, bro.
Bugs Bunny.
But
Bugs
shit,
Bunny.
even
man,
the whole
when I was growing up,
SpongeBob shit, bro, with the fucking him and
hey, when I was growing up, man, it was nothing for me to dress up like a girl. I didn't think nothing was wrong with it. Like I'll do it as comedy. I thought it was funny. Like I for Halloween to piss my dad off, I dressed up as a girl, and I ain't think nothing of it. Now today, if I look at that, I'd never allow my son to do it. But see, we growing up, we seeing Martin Lawrence in a dress, we seeing Eddie Murphy in a dress. A young black boy ain't gonna think nothing of it. So I was 8, 9, 10 years old. Like, hey, fuck it. Piss somebody off, wear a dress. You know what I'm saying? Like for Halloween, I won't walking around. I ain't really clear. I just won't randomly wear it. Was for Halloween now. Halloween, I dressed up as a girl, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't think no issue of it. Now, if my son came up to me and I won't even listen to my father, being rebellious against my father, man, which no young man need to do. Go forgive your father right now if y'all got beef. Go listen to him.
But you know what? That's a part of the whole thing. Not to cut you off with that, but that's just a part of one of the things. Like me and you got dad, so we fortunate enough because it's like that's the phase where you smelling yourself and you think you can do something. I tried that shit with my dad at 15, and that nigga knocked me out and woke me back up and was like, "Now, how you feeling? What you want to talk about?" And that was the only time my dad ever put hands on me in life. But you know, but like you said, yeah, bro, it's like this shit has like even like if you get a chance, go back and watch some old Ren and Stimpy, bro. That shit was so over the top. Like,
Facts.
like happy, joy. Like all of that shit. The episode where the nigga he was sawing a log. Ren was sawing a log, and
like he was
Stimpy
fucking
was
him
holding his butt cheeks. It's like, yo, but it's like, okay, so it's like I guess we could start here. So it's like when I talk about the bankers and the bankers agenda, like, and I don't know if you got Showtime, it's on Showtime right now, and I only watched the first episode. I think they're on the third episode. But they talked about Ronald Reagan, and Ronald Reagan as president was really like, I was a baby, so I don't remember that shit. But it was like Ronald Reagan was really like the first bankers president. Like Ronald Reagan used to be a super big, like he was a huge actor in Hollywood. And like to the point where it was like you like just watching the show, like they were saying certain shit, but it's like if you hit to the lingo and you up on this knowledge, like you know exactly what the fuck they saying without saying it. But they was just talking about how like he basically wanted to be, because like the whole thing in his era was like to be a football player. And he wanted to be this football hero, but he was just like little and had a bad back, so he couldn't be a football player. So then, like later on in his acting career, like he did some football shit. He did a football movie, but then like his claim to fame was like he talked all that shit about serving in World War II, when in reality, like he was out in California just recording like propaganda, like military movies for Warner Brothers, and just blew up and was like their biggest person on Warner Brothers. And then I want to say it was like in the 70s, that's when he became the senator of California. And then, you know, fast forward, he got in 1980, but there was like at the very beginning, it was like, yeah, like he was like, in order to be a good president, you got to be a good actor. And it's like, this is a reporter talking about this. And then she said, without a doubt, that Ronald Reagan was put in the White House by the banks and the corporations. And that was the whole thing where when we go from every president, from Reagan to Obama, like that was the bankers, but the bankers basically had declared the war on drugs. You know what I mean? And it's just like, so I guess we can start to go in now. So it's like I said, so when you look like, you know, we'll say 84, 85 is when crack like really hit. So by 85, 86, like we talk about 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, Click Clack Pow, Officer Down, like that was in homage to what happened with the Rockefeller drug laws that happened in the first drug deal. So a rookie cop was sitting on what was his name, Fat Cat Nichols' house because he was out on bail on drug conspiracy, and two dudes ran up to the car and shot him and killed him. Like they said, it was Pappy Mason and somebody else, but it was allegedly. You know, we've always got to say allegedly. It was a government hit to push this agenda because Senator Nelson Rockefeller of New York was the one who proposed the first crime bill. And that's what gave, you know what I'm saying, like the stricter sentencing between crack cocaine and powder cocaine, and then enhancements with drugs and firearms, and like, you know what I'm saying, which pretty much kickstarted the private prison industry. Like, cause that was the whole thing, because see, the private prison lobbies got that bill passed, and then when I get to the 94 bill, got both of them bills passed unanimously because the lobby used their money. They paid everybody who voted, as well as gave a lot of people shares into the prison. So that's 86. Then 88, George Bush the first got elected. So he declared the war on drugs, like where they started locking people up. But then they had to get him out in 92 so that they could pass the crime bill rather in 94, because there's no way that the people would allow Republicans to pass two bills like that back to back, like that was directed at black people directly. So then you get Bill Clinton in there, and then you get, you know, everything with Creepy Joe being the author of it, and then see Joe Biden benefits because if you really look at, you know, America, where everything is incorporated, all of the banks and the credit companies is incorporated in Delaware. So like,
I just want to pause you real quick. I keep the spot, but you brought up Joe Biden and it hit a spot in me. My black women, 80% of all the black women voted for Joe Biden. You look at so many black women helped Joe Biden get in. That you can give these women the facts that he locked niggas up in 1994.
Even Kamala, but that's a part of that whole agenda. Like, just like I said, like, because really, if you look at 8 years of Obama, black people got complacent. Like, we felt like we arrived. We felt like, okay, it's finally cool to be black in this country because after all these years, we got a black president. But then on the low, like, white people was feeling like how, so we won't say all white people, but a certain segment of white people who would later, quote unquote, be these Trump supporters, was feeling like how black people had felt and felt disenfranchised. And it's like, even with them, like, okay, like, I feel you for being mad at Obama, but you can't, like, and I'm not even defending Obama, but it's like, if you white and American and you like mad about your job going, like, that was Bill Clinton. Like, NAFTA set that shit up. Like how and that's funny, going back to what we started. Like, NAFTA set up them camps and them factories in them foreign countries. That's what sent them jobs overseas. Because by default, too, NAFTA also killed the steel industry. The steel was America's biggest import. So they killed the steel industry in America and sent the majority of the jobs overseas. But then now, like, the premium steel you get in the world is Japanese steel. But it was like the Biden shit was like, you got Obama, black people was happy. Now you put Trump in to antagonize everybody who's not with the game. So then it's like, now, all right, we know this nigga, we know he's worse, but we just anybody but Trump. But it's like, how you really gonna be about anybody but Trump when it's like the analogy is like, you want to, like, you got to buy a house in this neighborhood. And one neighbor is a fucking Confederate flag flying, sweet home Alabama racist. And the other neighbor is, I have a black friend, the more subtle racist. Which racist you gonna live next door to? You gonna live next door to the quiet racist or the outright racist? I'm gonna go out for the outright racist because I know where you stand.
Yeah, I don't want to be around nobody who want to be trying to, you know what I'm saying, kill me while I'm not looking. I know you racist. I don't like you. You don't like me, motherfucker. We cool. I don't want that person.
And that's the thing about Biden. It's like, if you really do the history and the research yourself, like, this man has passed so many bills and has been a part of stuff that has been so detrimental to black people. But it's like, oh, anybody but Trump. Anybody but Trump. But it's like, the reality is, it's like, all right, like, you literally was willing to consent our place, whatever we could have got. Because, see, like, I know a lot of people who got money during Trump. Like, and even talking with my dad, he made money whenever Republicans was in office because Republicans were about not having government oversight in and trying to lower taxes. So, but the taxes wasn't for me and you, it was for the people who got these businesses. So yeah, it might be a tax hit for the middle class or for whatever, but at the end of the day, hey, it's something here for you because now you get more overtime because the people at the top is making more money.
Right. Oh shit, y'all! He got cloned.
Who? I got cloned.
Yeah, man. I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead. What you saying? Yeah. So hold up. So why are they doing all this? They're just trying to bring the black man down.
I mean, because the black. Okay, like, all right. I put it like this: black people, listen up. Y'all need to stop being so excited about the first black president. Whenever you hear the first black, that's us seeking validation from white people. And we are the first man. So fuck everything else. We was on the planet first.
Facts.
So at the end of the day, so it's like, see, I grew up in the church, right? So I know the Bible. I know the Bible. But at the same time, it's like, see, and it's like, I got this from another YouTuber. The nigga pop up every now and then, but Buddy be dropping 6-hour videos with the decoding, and he really be going in. Like, his name is like Children of Yashid or something. I'll text you his link later. But like, he be having like massive breakdowns of the ritual, but like, he just kind of broke it down and it made sense. Where he said that the Bible is a book of history and time travel. And I'm thinking to myself, like, time travel? But he was like, but if you recount your dreams, then you time travel too. Because every person in the Bible that had a vision, God took them to the future or to a different point in time in their dream state. So I'm like, oh shit, that's heavy. And it's like, just to confirm it, it's like, we time travel, because like, how many times you done had deja vu in a dream? You dreamed about something. So that's what I'm saying. So that's foresight, that's your intuition, all of that. Or even going back, like, I'll have dreams like when I'm a kid again, and my grandparents and other people is alive, and it's a family reunion. But that's the time travel aspect, is our dreams. So that's why, if you can keep track of your dreams, that's why they're so powerful, because sometimes it's random, but then it's a lot of stuff that's in there. But to that point, like I said, it's just like, they got to discredit us and make them us, so that whatever they do will seem like, oh, well, yeah, you know, we created this, we created that. Like, even with the American situation, like, black people in America is the only people in the world, like, who don't know where the fuck they from, like, before 1519. Like, before 1519, like, oh, anybody can come over here and be like, oh, I'm from Ireland and this and that and the third, or afterwards, whatever. Everybody can trace that but us. Like, everybody on the planet but us. And it's like, it's a reason for that. Because it's like, if they told you we was here, and it was hella black people here. How did they get here? Because then if you acknowledge, okay, well, black people was here because of the Moorish trade routes, now you got to give them black Moors they right, and they just do. You got to tell their history and their story, which is going to devalidate a lot of your shit, because Columbus got, like, even like, that's what I'm saying, like, you got to look at old art and paintings. I'm not sure if it's the Columbus painting, but I know for sure on the painting of the Washington crossing the Delaware River,
Mm-hmm.
and then the painting of the whatchamacallit, Declaration of Independence, it's a black Moor with a fez on in both of these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, that's why it's like, that goes back. The Moors pretty much civilized the white man. Because like what they call the Dark Ages in Europe was the Dark Ages because niggas was ruling in Europe. Like even like the Scottish and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody like, why the fuck Nas call himself Braveheart after this Mel Gibson movie? Because the Bravehearts, because Mel Gibson and the Bravehearts was niggas for real. And like the whole thing about St. Patrick's Day, like St. Patrick is venerated for chasing the snakes out of Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
But the snakes was black people because the black kings in Europe wore snake crowns. So that's why that's the snake people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but it's veiled in this. It's veiled in this.
I hear a lot of people drop these Jews. What happened to these? How did they take us over? If we ran everything, and now I kind of know the answer because we was going against some ruthless motherfuckers. They didn't have no soul. But I'm trying to think, like, how did they take out all these kings?
Oh, okay, but this would have come. Okay, so once again, now this is the historical aspect of the Bible. Like the black man pretty much, quote unquote, broke his covenant with creation when, like, well, according to the Bible, like this is the point I trace it back to, would be Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, right? Because Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon was one of Noah's grandchildren. So like, if you, like I said, so when you look at like the flood and the fall of man and all that, that was like Atlantis. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was that society. But that was the whole thing. Like Atlantis, I guess. I mean, I don't know, because the Bible really is like, and I'm not being blasphemous in saying this, but the Bible was in order like Pulp Fiction, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, people don't know how to dissect the Bible. People don't know how to dissect that.
I learned in private school that there's a literal perspective, there's a metaphorical perspective, and then it's just like a whole nother allegory too,
like the esoteric perspective.
Yeah, the esoteric, the deep, the below it.
Yeah,
but that's the whole thing, though. So it's like this Atlantis is was when the fallen came. It was when Lucifer and them angels came, and they gave mankind all that technology and this and that and the third, and God destroyed the planet and flooded the planet to wash them away. But of course, people was gonna find a remnants of that. So ultimately, what it came down to with Nebuchadnezzar was initiated into these mysteries, but he like venerated himself and wanted to deify himself as God. And like, that's how everything got passed on. So the Babylonian mysteries ain't shit but Egyptian mysteries, which was the Greek mysteries and the Roman mysteries. And then the way white people really got initiated into this shit was during the Middle Ages, during the Crusades, because they had to go into the Holy Land. So it was Moors taking them white Knights Templar into the Holy Land, and they got initiated them into the mystery. So it was at that point, once the Vatican had all that money and all that power, then that's when they started, like I said, they started to win the war. So they rewrote the history, because everybody talk about this, but the Pope prayed to a black Jesus and Black Mary. You know what I'm saying?
Mary, Black Madonna.
Yeah, Black Madonna. But see, but they give us white Jesus, because when you really look at like the whole birth, because it's like, see, like I always talk about this, and I see like white Jesus is a tool that's used psychologically to make you discredit the Bible, because it tells you 2 times what Jesus looked like in the Bible. First time they say that his hair was a wool and his skin was an oil. Then when he came back in Revelation, his hair was white as snow, his eyes was red as fire, and his feet was bronze. This nigga was in Egypt and was in all these places. So he's telling you he black. So you seeing this image, you like, oh, okay, well, I've been seeing this my whole life. So when you read that, you just kind of brush it off. But then the biggest thing is the birth story. Like, a shepherd got a flock of sheep in Jerusalem, on Christmas Eve. Okay, now granted, yeah, it might be 90, 95 degrees during the day, but it ain't no food or no grass or no nothing growing for these sheep to graze and eat.
Mm-hmm.
So Jesus would, so for him to see that star, Jesus was either born at harvest, like between like 9/11 to 9/21,
Mm-hmm.
or he was born at the beginning of spring.
Now, do you believe Jesus is real? Like God actually put a baby in a
I
woman's stomach?
mean, but it's like then that's the point where I'm gonna go with this is like, so like I said, now when you look at like Jesus being born quote unquote on Christmas Day, bro, that's the birth of the sun, because from Christmas Day to June 21st, the sun rises higher, 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 higher every day, and then from the second day of summer to the first day of winter, it goes lower, 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 and actually the sun died for 3 days. So the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, the sun rises and set around the same times every day, only to be born again on the third day. So you see, it also took that little Easter metaphor out of the sun. So it's the procession of the sun. So when you go back and you look at any ancient god, deity over any religion,
They got
all
that
these
sun behind
gods, they was born on Christmas Day because them gods represent the sun.
them.
Like white Jesus represent the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if it was a Jesus that lived in the Bible, he wasn't white Jesus, and he wasn't born on the day of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the main thing. Like I said, now the Vatican takes control, and see, because I want to say Cesare Borgia, that picture of white Jesus, he was Pope Clement the First son. Like, you ever see that show on it's an old show on Showtime called The Borgias?
Mm-hmm.
That's about that family. And Cesar Borgia, rather, he was the one that they drew the picture. And actually, his father had commissioned Michelangelo to make that picture of white Jesus. So now you have this image of white Jesus, the God of this Bible, and he white.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go anywhere on the planet and you see people that's not white, you can use this image as a conquering image.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that image is so strong. And it was like certain black people also co-opted and helped to sell us out.
And it's
You know what I'm saying?
also a brainwashing thing. I don't know if you know who he is. You kind of look like him, Dane Calloway.
Oh yeah, I fuck with Dane, man. Yeah, Dane,
I'm
you
just
silly.
thinking, man, y'all don't look alike though. But he has a video where it says that they got all the continents upside down to mess our brains up. So all the white continents are at the top, and all the darker where people live, darker people live are at the bottom. So they do that to psychologically mess our brains up. So you can't show us a black Jesus because now we're going to be uplifted. It's all about subconsciously making sure that we stay at this low vibration.
And then too, and how also the thing with the continents, bro, you can fit all of Europe and like half of Asia and Africa. Because even the way it's drawn on the maps, like Europe is made disproportionately large.
I always thought Greenland was big as fuck. Greenland's small. Like they always made it on the map big as fuck. That shit's small. Yep. It's all about the brainwashing though.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing. Because it's like they sent the missionaries and they sent the military afterwards. So you submit to the God, and then boom, like now you under. And see, that's why it's like I gotta go back and watch Lovecraft Country again. But bro, that shit was so heavy, and it was so many veiled messages on an esoteric level that, like, if you black and you woke, like that shit was like, because it was like they started with Watchmen. They was hitting you with it with Watchmen, but it was multiple gems every episode that pill was dropping.
Now I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna give you my breakdown of Lovecraft Country, and I want yours. All right. So when I watched Lovecraft Country, of course, I looked at it as if they use a lot of magic to keep. I feel like the elites really do use magic to keep the world at a certain bay. With him having that lineage to the white man, it kind of was like identify how that they mess around with the slaves or whatever, and how we here. But as far as seeing like the big and what's his name, the woman Hippolyta, when she returned to this and they showed the black lady was already there, kind of showed you that gave you that black woman is God aspect. But that's pretty much all I got. And I also didn't like when they added that they made the toughest nigga in the world a fag on the show. I ain't like that. Like the dude with the scar, I ain't like that because
come on, but that was HBO though, bro. You already knew what time. I hate to say it, but like I watched The Sopranos and I watched The Wire. Like I rewatched them series for like 2 weeks, like every 3-4 years. But it's like I said, like I watched the Wire again like 2 years ago, and that shit really fucked me up on there. And I'm just like, yeah, anything he in now, like I don't be surprised. But then too, like people don't even know Buddy background. Like that nigga used to be a dancer for Madonna in the '90s. So
Man,
like
he just got a gangster face. That's all that is, man. He just got a face where he just say, "Hey, don't." He ain't like I always use this joke. I'm like, I got a face like I'm the nicest person in the world. I wish I had old Buddy face with the scar, because nobody's gonna ask him for fucking money.
Oh yeah, but that's that nigga. And the thing about the scar, like the nigga got hit in the face with a bottle or something like that. Like he's from New York, so he's treacherous. But it was like, but they had to. Like we talk about, they got to put that shit in there. But see,
right.
what I feel about it was just showing like that black people are magic, and we do have magic, and all of this magic is our magic, and they just using it against us. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the example of like Hitler. Like Hitler used the swastika ain't shit but a sun wheel, but it's an inverted sun wheel. So it's basically it's a veneration of the black sun or destruction. But if you put that wheel in the other way and you put, because it's counterclockwise, but if you turn it clockwise, then that's the cycle of the sun. That's the cycle of generation and creation. So it's like when you know these types of things, you see like, oh, okay, like they really got us under a spell, but they got us under a spell with our own shit, because they done told us out the gate like, nah, like that shit ain't it. Like that shit's bad. That shit's not this. That shit's not that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like people don't talk about this shit, but even the whole thing with the quote unquote, like the Salem witch trials and all of that, when they was killing them quote unquote witches, they was killing little girls, and that shit was really sacrificed because the higher ups was witches. But then the higher ups was getting this witchcraft and this knowledge from black people who was from the Caribbean, who would escape to the north. So they was getting educated on that, but that was just the whole thing. Like that American was so quote unquote Puritan and Christian at the time that somebody had to die for it, and elites gave up them little girls so they could continue the magic. But yeah, it's our magic, bro.
Yeah. Do you feel as if as black people we have more of a stronger spiritual connection to the world? Because I never seen a white person catch the spirit. I done been to a lot of white churches. My aunt is 84 years old, and she had a history of being an exorcist. This woman has the lowest voice in the world. Never heard her speak loud. We go to church, the spirit here to this motherfucker just started yelling. You know what I'm saying? And I personally think they want to keep that voodoo and witchcraft away from black people, because if we ever get that shit again, we can use the shit the strongest, because we have the most connection to the spiritual world. And that was my wife. I love y'all. Y'all know I love my wife.
But then back at Lovecraft, that was the point. That's what they showed. Even though like the daughter couldn't be it, and it was probably other people who had it, but they specifically, that's why they took his dad, because they thought his dad had the gene. But it was but he had the magic. Like I said, like, now that we on this esoteric vibe, we on this path, so you understand the vibrations. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people always ask you, like, man, what's the point of knowing all this shit? Like, it just can consume you and you'll be like, whatever. But it's like, nah, like if you know what's going on, like knowledge is power in any situation. And yeah, I might just be negotiating a deal with you about whatever. But if I poke and prod and I see you hardcore about Christianity, like I'm not judging you, but I understand, like, okay, you hardcore about Christianity, so you starting to a set of beliefs. You feel a certain way about this, and that, and the third is absolute to you. Whereas what I'm gonna say is subjective. So then in this negotiation, I'm gonna be able to use that in my favor. I can throw a counter, I can throw whatever, because you gonna stand on what you believe in based off of your faith. Versus where somebody else who deeper into this shit, it's like, oh, okay, like now we gonna spar a little bit because you know what I know, or you know more than what I know. So now we at a place where, okay, it's gonna actually end up being more mutually beneficial for both of us because we know what's up. Versus the other person, like, I'm not out here to get over on people, but if I really wanted to, I could get over on you because you're tied so deeply to this.
And another reason I learned all this shit, we can see through the bullshit. Soon as COVID hit, I seen through the bullshit. If somebody comes around me who is funny yet and have ill will intentions, I can feel it and I can already get them out of my way. You know what I'm saying? I can feel vibes. Like when you start waking up to this shit, everything changes around you. Everything. You see through the bullshit and everything. It's like it opens up so many different doors just learning about the shit.
Yeah. And randomly, like, bro, like I'll probably say for like the last 2 months, I just been like randomly having kind words for strangers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's this one lady, like I work out at the Y downtown here.
Mm-hmm.
And like she I don't know, she had cancer, she had something, but she like, cause she used to be in there like hardcore, like killing shit when I first started. But then she left for a little bit, then she came back, and then like, you know, visibly she lost some weight and she was sick. But I just randomly just hollered at old girl and I was like, man, you know what?
Man, you was trying to get some ass, man. The hell? Come on, she was thick.
And I told her, I'm like, yo, I was like, you know, I don't know you. I don't know what you're going through. But honestly, like seeing you come here every day, that inspired me because I don't know what you're going through, but you still fighting through what you're fighting through. And she damn near like broke down crying. And like now we talk all the time when we see each other. But
hey,
it
man,
was just like,
well, next time I'm out and about, if I'm ever single again like that, I'm gonna use that for a pickup line. That is some great game right there. Perfect.
Hey, I mean, but it was real shit.
I'm picking though, man.
I feel you, but it was real shit though. Like, cause I'm doing my little upper body, my chest workout and shit. And I'm sore and I'm damn near complaining like, man, I said, hurry up. But old girl over here doing her shit, and I'm like, man, like she going through way more than I am, and she ain't making no excuses, and she here for that shit. Like, and that's just be it. Just having them words for strangers, because you don't know what somebody going through.
Facts.
And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? The same way this shit have happened to me, I just ready to be out. Somebody be like, yo, whoop, 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 whoop. And it's just like, oh, okay, like, because it's just the energy. Like that's the thing with this energy. Like energy never dies. It might change forms, but it's gonna continue. So it's like I feel like if we're gonna get back on the path of really getting our people back straight, we gotta first start to spread this positivity. And it's like the deconditioning and deprogramming is the hard part, but I tell anybody, it start with your diet, bro. You start eating right, you start drinking water and shit, you'll see. Because it's like even black people like soul food, bro. Like the movie Soul Food is the biggest fucking slap punch in the face to black people ever, and people love that shit.
Behind
but
Soul
it's like,
Plane?
Nah, bro. Because when you watch Soul Food, you just see the whole movie. Cousin Faithful whole, this, that, and the third. The family dysfunctional as fuck, but grandma the rock. You feel me? And grandma Sunday dinners, yo, we banging out these Sunday dinners, and like this is what it is. It's the family dinner. Then grandma gets sick, lose her foot, then she die from the fucking food that she was making and eating on Sunday dinner, only for the family to get in disarray, get in a mess, but come back together, making the same fucking food to kill grandma. And it's just like that. It starts there. Black people like, well, oh yeah, hypertension and blood disease. All this shit, heart disease rather, all this shit running my family. But it's like, nigga, you eating the same shit the slaves ate. And that slave food, slaves didn't live to be 50, 60 years old. That food that
I continue what you're saying. I got a question from a comment. He wanted us to talk on this.
Okay. But I'll wrap it up. But it's like that soul food is slave food. Them slaves was working 10, 16-hour days. And that shit was heavy as fuck to get you through 10, 16-hour days. Niggas not working like that. You can't eat that shit and think that shit gonna help you. But what's the question? I'm ready.
Hear the question, man. We're not supposed to use voodoo or witchcraft. We're supposed to use faith, prayer, the blood of Jesus, make demons tremble. How can you not believe in God but believe in Satan created him? I'm gonna go first answering that question. I like that question. First thing first, you're supposed to use faith and prayer. I look at prayer as just speaking as things in existence. It's like this right here in the art. If I look at you right now and I say I hate you every day, that's going to cause a mental effect. Or if say me and you work together and I come at work and I'm always being negative to you, it's going to give a negative effect. If I come up to you, like you said, the words are positive. Our words carry a lot of power. So that's why I look at prayer as. So my family, like, we ain't going to pray for you because you don't believe. I'm like, y'all don't know you speaking good on my life. So that's how I look at prayer. The blood of Jesus, that sounds like some voodoo witchcraft to me. I don't know why I need the blood of anybody or anything, but blood and eating a cracker. I'm not doing no rituals. I'm not doing no rituals. That's a ritual. Why I need to do a ritual in here? Explain that. So I feel like that's witchcraft anyway. Makes demons tremble. How can you believe in God and not believe in? I do believe in God and the creator, but I believe there's two energies. God is good, the devil is evil. Evil, devil, God, put another O in it, you got good. I feel like there's two energies, and humans can either serve two energies, either the evil energy or the good energy. And these demons or whatever they call on are just different vibrations or whatever frequencies that serve that evil energy. So that explains that. Now you can tap at it.
But it's once again like, all right, you got to put it like this. Like if we talking, because either way you look at it, it will be quote unquote magic. Like Jesus did miracles, and like so certain miracles would be kind of magic, like turning water into wine. Like that's kind of magic. Like you know what I'm saying? Like not magic in the point of being blasphemous, but like magical as in the point of like awe-inspiring and being awestruck. But it's like the whole thing with religion. We as Black people, once again, we are conditioned by tradition. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't no knock or no swipe at Christianity. But the second that Black people realize that this Christianity is being used to control us and keep us in line in America, things will change. I'm not saying not read the Bible, because once again, the Bible is and the Bible is a book of time travel and history. History is the most important, because if you don't know the past, you're doomed to repeat it. But once again, it's just like I'm saying, the whole intent of Christianity is not about worshiping Jesus and God of the Bible. It's about worshiping the Son. Like to the point where, like, if you look at the creation story, Sunday is the first day of the week. God created the sun, the moon, and the stars first. So that's the first day of the week. That's Sunday. So at the end of the day, what's Black church called? Sunday worship service? Sunday worship. And I told you, Jesus born on Christmas. So if you believe in a white Jesus and you believe in the Christmas, you are celebrating the sun. I'm not trying to be snarky. I'm not trying to be
12 disciples, 12 months. He first meet John at the water, the Aquarius, like all that stuff. I can't remember each one, but I know the 12 months are the 12 disciples.
And that's the whole thing. That's why it's like the Christianity has demonized, quote unquote, the magic and everything outside of it, because these people that's in control use this shit and they keep us bound under it.
And here's the whole thing. I think they put all that stuff with Jesus doing miracles and stuff in the Bible because they want to take away Jesus' best power in the Bible. We just talking about the Bible was his words. Not him bringing somebody back to life, not coming back from the dead, was his words. That was his biggest power. And they take that away from us by not letting us understand that's our power. I personally do believe there was a Jesus figure who was going around talking that shit to them elites, talking that shit to them royalties, telling y'all, hey, don't follow them. We need to stay with the earth, stay with God. What we need, not get caught into this bullshit. We don't need to worry about clothes and food. God got us. Think about it. If you worrying about God and God got us and food grow out the ground, it's free. We ain't got to worry about nothing because God got us. God give us the clothes, everything on our back. But if we are in this system that we're in, now we're not even living for God anymore because we're in this system. That's what I think. And I do think they crucified a man for talking that shit. Like, hey, bro, you talking way too much. I mean, we gotta shut you the fuck up. So,
but I'm just saying. But look, just even with that, that's why I said when you look at, like I said, because once again, like this with everything, like Black people, we have to remove emotion out of decision making and out of intellect for sure. Because you can have emotion, but emotion is gonna cause bias in making a rational decision. So it's like I said, like the whole, like, okay, so when you look at the Bible, like if you look at it for the tribe of Judah and all that, like that's who we are. Like we are them. Because even the whole story of Jesus, right? Like Mary is a virgin, quote unquote. Joseph ain't never hit it, but this virgin pregnant. And like that sound like to me like a young couple having a baby, right? And this man stepped in because the dude left her pregnant. So he like, you know what? I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna take care of you, and we still gonna have a family, and I'm gonna raise a family. So then it's like now we get God inserting himself into Mary, which birthed Jesus. So it's like if you look at Jesus from that perspective, I look at like Jesus was God on the planet Earth, and like God walked the earth for 33 and a half years and like lived a perfect life according to his will and his word. But Jesus was an example to us, like, well, yeah, you're not God, you're not me, you're not gonna be perfect. but like if you want to live right, like live as close to me or as best to me as you can, and you'll be cool. Because it's like the whole thing with Christianity, like, and I'm not, once again, I'm not being blasphemous in saying this, but the only character in the Bible that would be considered a Christian was John the Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else was Hebrew Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? From Moses to Jesus and the disciples, all of them was or followers of the way, so to speak. So it's a difference, but that's why I just say the whole thing with Christianity is, like I said, like people want to like, oh, you want to talk this, that, and the third about Catholicism, but like Catholicism wrote all the rules for Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't until King Edward broke away from the Catholic Church, when he broke away from the Vatican, when England got the crown, and they were literally, and then he started the Church of England, and then every other Christianic sect after that, Baptist, AME, whatever, Episcopalian, comes because people protested the king's religion, and that's where you get Protestant from. And they left they left from England and came to America and brought it over here. But all the guidelines and the rules and the dogma and the morals of Christianity was put together by the Vatican through all them councils and the councils of Nicaea and all these edicts. So at the end of the day, it's like if you don't research and know the whole history,
and they don't know that the 10 Commandments is from Egypt. There was a woman. Is it Mayat? Is it Mayat that had it?
Yeah. 42. It was the 42 laws of Mayat.
Yeah. And people don't know that. And another thing, when you said that, how Jesus said, "Hey, you live as close as my lifestyle as possible, you can get somewhere." Jesus lived right. This is just common sense. If I go outside and do a bunch of bad shit's going to come to me. If I live good, I can live good, and people be like, "Well, I know some good people. Why did bad things happen to them?" You don't know what the hell they did when nobody was looking. You don't know what the hell. And then we also pay for the sins from our past life. That's another thing people don't know. You know, this is my first time being on Earth,
but it's like it's that energy we connected to. So it's also like the whole thing when they say the sins of the father, like all of that is passed down. But you hit it on the head. Like I would say Chicago rappers. You got Chance the Rapper over here, and you got King Von over here. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. King Von. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fucked up how he went out of here. But if you do your research and you can hop on these YouTube streets, that man had anywhere between like 8 to 20 bodies allegedly. So at the end of the day, like you getting out the streets and you transitioning into rap, but you still can't run from all them bodies. And then somebody was talking about, well, you know, did he have to shoot him? Y'all know how this nigga move. This nigga allegedly has 8 to 20 bodies on him.
Oh, if I ran into him, I won't play no. If he was alive and if any one of these rappers ran into me and they was upset with the videos I made, I'm not going to play no games with them. I can't sit there and be like, well, I know they're going to mean action, so I gotta have the stabby stab ready and the goddamn strap. I gotta goddamn go to war.
Yeah, it's like you paint an image, like, and that's why it's like, and that's another thing, like, you know, you listen to Brother Theo of the Unplug 'Em channel, man.
I'm the type of man. I don't know about him.
He's the OG, and I really mess with Brother Theo. Like, he one of the sources that I will go to, and I will get a good positive, like, you know, like slant of quote unquote Christianity or the Bible, but then even still, like, he removed from the whole system a sun worship. He go in. But then it's Super Sly. Like Super Sly is my nigga. Like I can call Super Sly up and we talk and we have conversations. But then he on what he on. But the thing I love about both of these dudes is even though one is on one side of the spectrum and the other is on the other side of the spectrum, they're not forcing what they believe in on you. They giving you what they believe in from both sides. But at the end of the day, regardless, one a Luciferian and one is a Christian. They still my people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
you said, which one's a Luciferian, which one's the Christian?
I mean, Sly is, and I'm not putting his business out there, but
send me all the information so I can watch their stuff, man. I'm a Dwayneism. I got my own religion. Y'all want to sign up to Dwayneism? Right up.
I mean, but even still though, but see, that's why I say even with Sly, like Sly tell the truth. He like, you know what I'm saying? Like he really tell the truth about this shit. Like he had an interview with a lady a couple weeks ago.
I gotta stop this. Hold on. Is this real? Is that 46 likes for real? Hey, y'all motherfuckers, y'all is tripping. Goddamn it, I'll go away again for another goddamn week if y'all hit that motherfucking like button. What the fuck got into y'all? 200 people, 46 likes. Moderators, do your damn job, making people hit the like button. What the hell is wrong with y'all, man? Let me just watch Dwayne McClain. Look, I would go away for 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks. I don't get paid for this. I ain't gonna miss nothing. The hell? Y'all better hit that goddamn like button. 46 likes. Go ahead, what you saying?
But just in general, like just people though, you can't. It's easy to put people in a box, but it's just like you can get information and knowledge from any source. So it's just like just because one person got a super religious slant and the other person got the different slant, like that don't mean either one of them is right. That don't mean either one is wrong.
Buddhism, Islam, Christianity, it'd be a few key details that's different, but most would be the same purpose. Do right, go to heaven, or go to a better place. Do bad, you go to this place. And I feel like these religions always got to force some shit on you, because when they took over death and what happens behind death, nobody knows what happens after death. Nobody knows. Even the guys who wrote history don't know. Nobody knows. They use that shit going to hell. And a lot of my people I know, I can look in somebody's eyes, the fear of hell. I let go of Christianity. I don't believe in heaven, or I do think there's bad places we go when we die. But that idea of if I tell a lie, I'm gonna burn in hell for eternity, I let go of those thoughts.
Even bro, the whole concept of hell came from the dude Dante who wrote Dante's Inferno. He is the person that gave the whole slant, because he was a young rich dude out here living, having orgies, fucking girls, fucking boys, probably fucking animals too. But then he repented, gave his life to Christ, and wrote Dante's Inferno. And like he had a lot of things that was big canons in Catholicism, which, like I said, lead to the whole quote unquote rules of Christianity. And then too, like this gonna really ruffle somebody's feathers. But once again, like you going to church and you taking information from somebody who 90% is probably in an organization that wears white aprons with squares and compasses and an alphabetical letter in the middle of them. So your preacher is a part of this organization, and your preacher has taken oaths to certain things by being a part of this organization. So your preacher is only teaching you a certain slant that is a part of a greater scheme of the group. Think of this organization that is behind controlling things. So you got to check where the information is coming from. He gonna tell you, no, you shouldn't believe in magic, and you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do that. But then that man conducting rituals in somebody's lodge, and they're summoning certain spirits. So
hey, I found a video. I found a video. I'm scared to put it out. It's on YouTube. It only got 400 likes, and it's been on YouTube for like 3 years. I'm going to use it. You know, I'm gonna give shout outs to his channel, but it shows a 33rd degree Masonic ritual. Now nobody's seen this. Somebody brought a camera in, and it's from Turkey. It's some Turkish Freemasons, and they inside of a pentagram. They all in white robes, and they got the Masonic checkerboard floor, and they drinking goat blood and shit. Because, like I said, I know a few guys who are Masons, and they told me the rituals. You know, even the guys who are whistleblowers on YouTube. When you first come in, you do a ritual, and you got to drink. Somebody said they had to feed a goat. Another person said they had to do something else with a goat. And as you go up the ranks, you eventually go to kill a goat. And then as you go up, you got to drink the blood, and then they pouring blood in skulls. If you know about Skull and Bones, all these people do these rituals, these weird ass rituals. So you got that pastor.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's talk that shit then. Okay, you said Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones is the oldest fraternity in America, right? But the first thing of Skull and Bones created for Black people is called Sigma Pi Phi, the Boule. And that's the body that's over all the fraternities. You can be whatever fraternity, but you cannot be in the you can't. You got to be at the top of your shit to be Boule. So it's just like all of these things are a power structure. So if you look at Freemasons, like 90% of Freemasons is 3rd degree. So then the other 9.5% are between 4th degree and 32nd degree, or 30th degree. Because once you get past the 30th, 31st, 32nd, that's a very, 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 very small percentage of Freemasons. So then it's like, okay, like I say, what's the one fraternity? Phi Beta Sigma. Because I got a lot of people in my family that are in these organizations and are Masons. But Phi Beta Sigma was started by Masons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And guess who else was a Phi Beta Sigma? Huey P. Newton was a Phi Beta Sigma.
Martin Luther King was
Huey,
Alpha Phi Alpha. Alpha Chi
right,
Psi.
but look, but I'm about to break it down for you. Watch this though. Huey P. Newton was also a founder of the Black Panther Party, right? The LA party, in his chapter of that party, he had a little clique. And the clique that in his after he died or after he went to jail or whatever, and the party started to splinter, the people that was in Huey P. Newton's immediate clique founded the Crips, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crips got certain hand signs and gang signs that's the same as Phi Beta Sigma.
Mm-hmm.
So the street gangs is connected to the fraternities, and
Hold up. Bring all that back. Hold up. Before the Crips, right there, I was reading something.
Okay, Huey P. Newton, who was was one of the founders of the Black Panther Party, he was in Phi Beta Sigma Incorporated. He had a clique of people around him. Like I said, that once he went to jail, his clique started the Crip Street Gang.
Oh, and they took his teachings.
They wear blue. Sigmas wear blue. They got certain hand signs and gestures that they threw. So that's just showing how all of this shit is compartmentalized and it's connected. Because if you look at the whole, that's why I know some real good dudes that's Masons. I can't even front. I really do. But at the same time, it's like you probably not with them boys doing all that, but just being a part of that group, like you with them boys.
Hey, bro. Hey, I'm telling you, man. A Mason told me, man, that they knew about COVID-19 in 2016, bro. He said they met up and had a meeting. He said, man, y'all start preparing for the next 4 years. We're gonna be meeting up. Y'all start preparing for what's coming. He said only the big dogs got to know what really was going on, but he said they've been preparing over the years. I'm like, damn, already? Hey, I'm gonna ask you this. What's the coincidence that all the guys who landed on the moon were 33rd degree Freemasons?
Nothing at all. Because you gotta you see, all right, now that's the thing you gotta realize though. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna call it like the circle effect, right? So we're gonna just draw circles and connect. Okay. So we'll say Kamala Harris, Stacey Abrams, all these powerful Black women are all Kamala's or AKA Deltas there, whatever. But then it's like the next level up they would be Boule, but then they would be Eastern Stars.
Mm-hmm.
So everything like overlaps in certain groups. So then like you could be, so like I could be like Michael Jordan, Shaq, all of them 33rd degree Masons with their Qs, and then they had other certain societies. So like where I'm going with this, like remember the whole thing with Botham Jean, the dude in Texas that got killed. And then the white lady went into the dude's apartment and killed him because she thought she was in her apartment, but it was his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the judge and the police chief was both Deltas.
Mm-hmm.
So
that white lady, Oh, the white lady only got 10 years. Yeah. And she gonna get out on good on good behavior in 6 years.
Yeah. But that was the thing. And then she gave her a hug after she sentenced her and everything. But it's like because they gotta play their part. Like me and my dad was talking about this. I was like, name any Black, not even Black person, name any person you know that's a doctor, lawyer, something powerful that's not in an auxiliary organization of Freemasonry.
I would say it's rare. I say it's really rare. It's really rare to find somebody who ain't.
Because I mean,
even the white boys are frats. Even the white doctors are frats. And sorority.
The thing what people don't realize about these, all right. So did you play football in school? Okay, so all right, so
no, nigga.
Okay, all right, I'll break it down like this. All the sports. So when you look at the NBA, for example, like all of these motherfucking big coaches or basketball got connections to military intelligence. Like from Popovich to Coach K to Phil Jackson, all these people got military connection. So like so we'll say with football, like football during double sessions, 2 a days, that's like boot camp. So during these two things, and then also incorporating pledging or coming into Masonry, is you're creating a trauma bond between everybody that's in the team or everybody that's on the line. So in the case of, we'll say the fraternities, like you just Dwayne McClain like outside of the world, but then you get into that pledge hall and you be going hard, and you Big Brother footing your ass, right? But in order to build up Big Brother footing your ass, they got to do all that shit to you to fuck your mind up. But then you bonding with the group. So then basically what they're doing is they creating an altar, just like with a soldier. When a soldier, when you a civilian, you go in the military and you go to boot camp and they make you crazy and you shoot and all that, like you basically created an altar.
It did for me. I say when I joined the military, it created an altar. It did.
And football did for me. So that's the whole thing. So like now I really can go to the gym for 2.5 hours and work out and just disassociate myself from myself and get my workout done. But like that's the whole thing. So it's like as you progress, like I gotta find it and I'll try to send it to you. But it's a super old video, and it was this white dude that was a doctor, and he talked about like how he gave his life to Christ because of stuff he was seeing. But he was a doctor and he was a Mason, and he was just talking about like how. Like when he was like, so he said, all right. So he said, like, he just felt these changes come over him at different points in his life. So he said his first change was when he was an undergrad and he pledged. He's like, I pledged whatever fraternity. Then I did this fraternity. And then after I pledged in the fraternity, I felt different. I felt like it was something that was with me. And then he was like, as I progressed, you know, I joined the Masonic Lodge. Then this force became stronger and stronger and stronger. And then he was like, then it all culminated when he became a doctor and he took the Hippocratic Oath. And he was just like, yeah, he was like, anytime I did the surgery, I knew that being that I took that oath to was in control. And he talked about how literally like he would be off of like coke and drunk doing surgeries, and just the force would take over him and would do the surgeries for him. And then it was like, it wasn't until like he had come to Christ, then he like retired from surgery and whatnot. He had money. So I don't know if he became a preacher, if he was just spreading the word, but he was just saying that how basically like, you know, these things create walk-ins and it's something that'll take over you. And like, that's the whole point of this. Like, that's why all these people that's on TV and politics and, you know, in anything, anybody that's got a decent level of influence with people is connected to this, because their whole thing is about doing a quote unquote great work for the cause that they're trying to get going.
Facts. And you remember Beyonce said something like that similar in the interview. She was like, she did her hand like this. She like, something, hold on, where's my camera? She said, something comes down over me when I come on stage. I'm like, what this bitch talking? Like, oh, that's that shit. And Young Thug just did an interview where he was like, T.I. said, what made you say this right here for a certain amount of time? Because Young Thug went to the booth and he spit out like something for 15 seconds. And T.I. like, why would you say that? Like, what made you do that? And Thug did it right here. He said, this. And they laughed it off. That shit real, man. Like, they really be in like a trance or some shit when they go in there.
But I mean, because that's once again, I see like we talk about the whole energy politics like now. So if you fucking with darker magic and you taking on beings and spirit guides and shit like that, then like that shit take over you. Like even like I was watching Fade to Black was on the TV the other day, like, and I was watching that shit, and then Jay-Z was like, yeah, I just go in the studio, something come over me and I go into my Rain Man. But it's just like, okay, like, and then and that's, man, what's the dude's name? All right, bro, I have to send you some links because I got all the old school, like heavy hitting YouTube. Like this dude back in the day, it's probably like 12, 13 years old now. But this dude did a series called Satanism and Hip Hop, where he was just going through like breaking down hella like videos and just showing the symbolism. But now he be talking about like the biblical coincidences and everything that's going on now. That's why I say I listen to, man, I listen to everything. Like I done sat and listen to what's the dude? I listen to Aleister Crowley lectures and shit, just because it's like this the knowledge and shit that they on. And people be scared, like, oh well, how could you listen to something about Satanism or Luciferianism and this and that and third? Like, I'm like, I don't want to know nothing about that. I'm like, but that's your enemy, quote unquote.
You gotta know your enemy.
how you not gonna know your enemy?
I read the Book of the Law, man. Did I get tucked in? What happened?
That shit. Ooh, did you go? Okay.
I have to mess on my camera, man. Let me switch cameras. Hold on. You can hear me though?
Nah, yeah, I hear you. You ain't get tucked in. It just puts you on a path of knowledge. See, I tell everybody, bro, what got me on this wake up shit back in 2006 I got the Robert Greene 48 Laws of Power, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I read that shit in like 10 days. And I like took notes and I just writing down all the names of the people. And I'm like, man, okay, like what the fuck? Because I'm just always like pattern recognition. I'm like, it got to be something that these people all got in common for them to make this book. And like damn near every dude he wrote about was a Mason. And even the Madonnas and the Marilyn Monroes and shit, like these women was Eastern stars. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, well, shit. My grandfather was a Mason. My great grandfather was a Mason. My uncle, whoop, 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 all these people in my family. So I'm like, shit, I know I can get in because I got family. But then I started studying about the Masons, and then this 2006, boom, here go the Illuminati. So then I just jumped down the rabbit hole, and I probably for about 2 years, from 2006 to 2008, and I could have told you everybody: the Council for Foreign Relations, Council 13, this person in that group, this person in that group. And then the knowledge kept getting so repetitive. So I'm like, man, what the fuck is these people know?
Mm-hmm.
And then once I started diving into esoteric teachings and like listening to Manly P. Hall lectures and
I
shit.
was just about to ask you about Manly P. Hall. I just found him, man. Because I've been looking up. I want to know what the 33rd degrees know. I want to know what they know. Y'all know why y'all keeping this shit a secret. I want to know what the fuck y'all know. So I've been listening to Manly P. He leading me on to what I need to know. They actually got a lot of old books I found that break down everything. It breaks down everything.
Because it's like, but that's the whole thing. Because it's like because what's the one dude? His name was like Bill Schneblin or something, like crazy white dude. You probably seen his stories. He's super Christian now, but dude talked about like how he was like a priest in the Church of Satan and like all this crazy shit. But he was like, yeah, he was like, I was a priest in the Church of Satan, while at the same time I was a practicing Catholic priest. So he was like, I would literally like have dark mass Saturday night in the church, and then we would have church on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just like, but he was like, that was just the whole thing. Like looking back, like it was so evil and insidious because I was inviting evil into the house of God, and the remnants was still there, and I was preaching to the people the next day. I'm like, damn. So it's just like shit just be so veiled and so deep, and it's like I don't know, I don't know what the 33rds know, but I bet you if you and I find out, it would be a lot of shit that we already on to already.
Right. My uncle is a 32nd degree Mason. I'm gonna go see him, man. I'm gonna go check him out and pick his brain, man. He old as fuck. I'm gonna see if he's gonna drop some knowledge on me. He old as fuck.
Now,
I seen him at the funeral, man. He had the hat on, 32nd degree.
My great grandfather, like, and it's crazy. Like, I have a super good memory, and I smoke so much, and people be like, I can bring my mother to tears with stories about shit when I was a kid. She's just like, how do you remember this? But like so they said my Papa Gene used to be a gangster, and like one day I was in the house, and they had like 58 pictures in the house. I'm like, Papa Gene, there's 58 pictures in here, and it's only like 6 with you in it. He was like, gangsters don't take pictures, just bust it out laughing. So like years later, like I went back and said that shit to my grandma, and she was like, hell yeah, he was a gangster. Cause so like he was a coal miner, and he was from like Beckley, West Virginia. But since he was mixed, he had a white grandfather. So since he was white, he could go to the White Lodge too. So at some point in time, basically, when the time when Malcolm X was in Boston, like that period, like my grandfather was a couple years older than Malcolm. So when my grandfather being able to have that status to go into, because he was 33rd when he died, they had a whole Masonic funeral and all of that shit. I remember like because my dad went to it because I was trying to get my dad to be a Mason. He didn't go, he didn't become one. But like my grandma was like, yeah, she was like, my father was Malcolm X's worshipful master in his Masonic lodge when he was in Boston.
Hold up, Malcolm X a Mason?
Like, yeah. The hand by the temple? Yeah, Malcolm X a Mason.
I seen him throwing at the side. I didn't know he was I didn't know he was a Mason. Damn. I know Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was a Mason too.
All of them though. Bro, everybody Farrakhan is, bro. They're not giving your like.
And then you know how Freemasonry work. You gotta be in some type of religious group. You just can't be an atheist. You gotta be some type of religion. Like that's how all people can be.
They take them. Now they take atheists now. That I want to say that changed. That might have changed in the 60s because of how everything went with the whole San Francisco shit. That whole energy out there. They started taking atheists in the 60s because they needed them to like the influence influence. But yeah, bro, all these people, man, like even the whole thing with the artists, like so like Sly did a show with this lady who was like a songwriter, and she wrote like some pretty big hits, but she just was like she was under Rodney Jerkins, and she was like she started working with Rodney like and writing songs, and like that her father had been battling cancer like on and off, but then she was like, boom, like one day like it was like Christmas or something, and like she went to a party at Rodney's house, and her like and got the news that her father died at Rodney's house. So she was like devastated, and then she was just like she didn't think nothing of it. She's like, oh, he had been sick, he had been whatever. So she just kept going. So then she got some more shit going. Then another time she about to go to Rodney's house and do a studio session, and she get a call that her aunt had died. So then she just like, damn, you know, it's fucked up. My aunt died while I'm here, like whoop whoop whoop. And then she said the last time, and then this one she put it all together. She said she was at Rodney's house when Michael Jackson died. And Rodney was just like, oh, well, you know, we love Mike, this, that, and the third, but I need you to crush these songs out. And then she was just like, damn, she was like, that's when it just dawned on me. She was like, I'm around this dude. But then it was like, this dude was like making offerings on my behalf because he had to feed the beast. And she just talked about like, shit was wild. Like she had to leave the country to have her kids and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she'd just be wild, but she just flat out said that shit. Like, he asked her, he was like,
well, go ahead. I don't want to stop you. Go ahead.
Yeah, because he flat out asked her, he was like, so, you know, what would you tell somebody that's young and want to get into the industry? And she's like, try your hardest to stay independent, but you better be willing to sacrifice somebody you love if you want to move up.
Damn, and see, that's the thing about the sacrifice shit, man. Sometimes you might be chilling, but the other person above you is getting rid of your people, sacrificing them and getting all the benefits from the sacrifice, then leaving your ass out to dry. Like,
well, you'll move up.
Okay, but look at this. Remember when Jennifer Hudson came out? You remember Dreamgirls, right? Dreamgirls. Did she deserve an Oscar for that role? Be for real. Did that role match Jamie Foxx's Oscar performance for Ray or any other Oscar performance? Did that Dreamgirls role?
Nah, but she carried the movie though.
She carried the movie, but that bitch got off 6 people and wasn't phased. Lost kids. Yo.
Nephews, nieces.
I could not.
Mom, sister.
It would take me. I pray to God. I pray to the world, God, whatever. I never lose a child. Never. That's my biggest fear. Biggest fear in the whole world. I don't care if fuck about nothing else. Never lose a child. Her child died. The bitch was on stage like 2 months later.
That was her nephew.
Oh, either way, she could be grieving behind closed doors. She could be grieving behind closed doors. I just didn't see no pain in her eyes. I didn't see none. I didn't see no effect. You know?
Oh yeah, like versus Kanye. Like Kanye know what he did, bro. It's been times where he break down. That nigga damn near break down every time he do Hey Mama, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like because he know what he did, and that be the whole thing. Like it's like it got to be a level of psychopathy, man. Like you really got to be some kind of psychopath out here to want to be a part of this type of industry, because you don't have to feed the beast. And then the whole part of the game is that you could ultimately end up being somebody else's sacrifice.
That's why I say I can't be around them motherfuckers. And I almost ask you this too, man. I'm doing a video on it soon as probably when we get done this. I already got one uploading, but I'm probably gonna do one on this when we get done. Why don't the main rapper get killed? Now let me continue. These rappers, they all say these rappers die on some street shit, right? Like FBG Duck, street beef, Mo 3, street beef, 21 Savage Brothers, streets, Little Marlo, streets. Who else got killed recently? Damn, but you see what I'm getting at, right? Mo 3, King Von, the streets, right? Little Durk in the streets. Why ain't he got murked? Little Baby's supposed to be a street guy. Why ain't he got murked? Little Boozy got shot in the leg, right? But that let me know that was fake, because the guys who killed Mo 3 made sure he was dead. They got out their car and chased him. If they wanted to kill Boozy, they would have killed him. You know, so here's my thing: like, why the main artists never get, like, Wiz Khalifa artist got killed. Meek Mill artist got killed. Kevin Gates artist got killed. Cardi B was with a DJ. This DJ had a hat with a pyramid on. Nobody know about this. This is Dwayne McClain exclusive. I found it. The DJ had a hat with a pyramid on it, was dead in a shooting a couple months later. Little Durk took a picture with this white boy and Little Durk had a hat with a triangle on it, and the white boy got killed. So why the main artist never dies if this sacrifice shit ain't real?
Because the first law of the 48 laws of power, never outshine the master. Because the main artist is beholden to somebody above them. So in order for the main artist to stay relevant and stay on top, the main artist is going to be the one that's, because it's like I said, once again, these niggas is in the lodge. So since they're in the lodge, they got to carry out lodge business. And see, especially with the whole thing with rap, like when you just even look at it, like, you know how Zach always talk about that shit with the numbers and with 38 and everything that's surrounded by it. It's like, it's a rap music in itself is magic and a spell. Because like prime example, like look at Tupac, bro. Tupac never had an arrest, never had a police record, never had a run-in with the law until he started rapping about that shit. When he started rapping about that shit, all that shit started happening. So in a way, like I said, it's a spell. It's a spell from the person that's putting the music out, but then the people that are listening to the music are definitely under the spell because now you going out and you living this shit. So I would just say, like, you know, the whole King Von shit. Maybe Von wasn't down with playing a large game like that. But obviously Dirk is. You know what I mean? Like, clearly Lil Bibby was in the lodge. But at the end of the day, like, they kind of knew, like, because I feel like, you know, like the XXXTentacions and Lil Peep and Juice WRLD, they died, and their death was symbolic of their music because the music was so distant and so dark and was so drug riddled. Like, that's what it is. Like, you know, I'm not wishing no ill will or nothing, but it's like if something happened to Lil Uzi, like I'm not gonna be surprised at all. Nah. Like that would not be a surprise at all. Because I mean, what would he rap about? Who he aligned to and what he aligned with, like that energy.
Shit. So I've been looking at this one theory lately, man. You know, Uzi got a picture when he's 5 like this, right? Y'all can go on YouTube right now and type in Tyler the Creator meets Tupac. Tupac was walking down the street and bumped into Tyler the Creator as a kid and acknowledged him. Now that coincidence happened. That's not a coincidence. I personally think these young niggas be raised into this shit. Personally, because Lil Uzi Vert first video said throwing up them devil horns. You know what I'm about? I think they raised up into this shit for real.
I mean, because like even Tyler, I think his parents is African, but I want to say like they both, like his mom like a professor at UCLA and his father like a professor or something at USC. So you came up in this scholastic background because really like, all right, so this is how the whole shit works. It's Boy Scouts. And then what, you can only be a Boy Scout up until
boss, man, let me pause. I got to piss real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, I'll try to hold that bitch for an hour.
Man, I'll go too.
Oh shit. That was a goddamn piss, boy. God damn, I ain't even wash my motherfucking hands. Yeah, what you saying?
Okay, so like the way the whole network goes is this. Like it started out like Boy Scouts. It go Boy Scouts, then it go Demolay Society, and then you can become a Mason after that. So I want to say you got to be 18 or 19 as the youngest you can be to become a Mason. But Boy Scouts is like from 5 to 12 or whatever. Then Demolay is from like 13 to 17 or 13 to 18. So if you come up through the ranks and all of that, that's how it is. So it's like No, especially the young kids, like like a Tyler or like a Uzi, like for sure, like somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody in their families was on this shit, and like they probably was real ambitious kids, and it was like, y'all want to be a rapper when I grow up, and they was like, okay, well yeah, we can make sure that shit happen for sure. Cause it's wild, cause like even Michael Jordan, bro, like, did you watch The Last Dance?
Nah, I gotta watch that shit.
Bro, it's so fucking random because it's like Michael Jordan 6'6", right? Like his father was like 5'9", and his brother was maybe 6 foot. So like and they talk about this shit, and it's so wild. And it's like how he loved basketball, and then like, you know, the whole story about him getting cut. He was short. So he was like, he's like, yeah, my mom prayed over me every night that I would have a growth spurt. And then like from that sophomore year to the junior year, like that nigga went from being like 5'8" to like 6'3" overnight. And I'm just like, oh, y'all just gonna throw that shit in here real quick? Like, oh, okay, that shit really fucking happened like that? Like, nah, Michael Jordan was some kind of experiment. Like, even like even like you ever heard of the theory about Tupac?
No.
Okay, so the theory with Tupac was like, you know how his mother beat the charges for the Black Panthers, you know what I'm saying? All of that, like she was pregnant with him in jail.
With no lawyer or shit, none of that.
Yeah, so she was pregnant with him in jail, but it was like, it's a theory that basically it was an agreement made, like, look, you gonna beat this case, we'll let you off, but we gonna use your son for plans at some point in time. So then, like, you know, the whole thing with him getting his mom getting on drugs and shit, and then like the nigga left, like, cause they would have moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, and then like all of a sudden, like he meet this white chick who was like an up and coming promoter and shit, and she become his manager, like lawyer, and he get these placements, and then the billionaire like Ted Phil's daughter heard the Rebel of the Underground song, and like she like loved the beat and loved the song, and like they was like, okay, we're gonna sign you to Interscope. So it was just like he was kind of just like a plant the whole time, like he was being groomed for all this shit because he came out all radical and revolutionary.
I think the whole family down them boys, because you know who Asada Shakur is?
Yeah,
she was
the
number one most wanted person in America for years. She's still out in like Cuba somewhere.
Yeah,
that shit weird as fuck. And his father was also in the Black Panthers, who also was another creative organization. So yeah, man.
Yeah. Everybody, that's what I'm saying, because it's like it's a proximity. Everybody is connected to everybody. Like, even though the whole president shit, bro, like Trump wasn't no fucking politician. He wasn't. He behaved like a businessman. And it's like people will never come out and say, or you'll never hear all the good shit he did, because it's such a slant for the media. So they're gonna blast him for how he acted. They're gonna blast him for this. They're gonna blast him for that. But whereas, like I said, going back to what Ronald Reagan said, in order to be a good president, you got to be a good actor. So it's just like, it's a line. There's a line between, oh, okay, like we gonna do this, and now we gonna do that. So it's like, either way, you got to be connected. It's like, even Trump, like, this is how Trump and Obama connected. They both 33rds, right? But both of them is in the actor secret society. You hip to this shit? It's called and most comedians, it's called the Royal Order of Jesters. Obama is out of the Hawaii chapter, and Trump is out of New York. So that's why it's like, even all these comedians and shit, they, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I'm gonna just be a stand-up comedian, I'm gonna tour. Like, nah, you gonna get big enough and you gonna be a part of the Royal Order of Jesters, or you just gonna be somebody else. But then 9 times out of 10, you got to be a Mason, or you got to be something to even get into the Royal Order of Justice. There's levels. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing about Masonry people miss, is like, once you hit a certain level, you can be a part of other organizations.
Yeah, so once like, you get like certain levels, you can become the Scottish Rite. All this, they actually got on Google the other steps you can. I was reading about that. Yeah,
because then because it's like, you know, like I said, I live in Indianapolis. You know, like, this city just is fucking riddled with like Freemasonry, bro. Like literally, like downtown, we have a big ass obelisk, and it's called the War Memorial.
Bro, one is in downtown Augusta. I was in Augusta for work, and in the downtown Augusta, there is a lot. There's so not down in Augusta. Period. There's so many Freemason lodges. I was in downtown. I actually got the video recorded. I was like, look, there's an obelisk. These things are every fucking where. Like, hell yeah.
Hey, bro, it's so wild. So it's like if you was to draw like a virtual triangle. So it's the war memorial, and then it's a war park. There's 3 obelisks in the park, but then right across the street from the park is a Scottish Rite Freemason Lodge. Like down in downtown Indianapolis for everybody to see just within the proximity, and then like right around the corner from me is a Prince Hall Lodge.
Is there a big ass church in downtown Minneapolis? Like they look like almost like a castle.
Yeah, that's the Scottish Rite Cathedral.
Those big ass castle looking things are. I'm learning about them. They're not. We never built them. They were built from another society before us. You know the flood we talk about. They're actually more levels to them. That's why they look like they're in the ground. Man. There's actually they actually go deep down like a motherfucker. They were made for the giants. And in Augusta, I whenever I see these buildings, they stand out like a sore thumb. I always get a weird chill from them. I seen like a few of them castles, and I didn't know this was down there. I just asked you because I know when you see these obelisks, you're going to sooner or later see one of these big ass cathedrals.
Well, that's yeah. It's not a castle like, but it's definitely a cathedral. Like that shit sits on like 4 blocks. So like that's like, and that's what I'm saying because it's like the thing about Indianapolis people don't realize is like this is like cheap Chicago, and it's like so it's like this is the middle America. Like we got the most interstates running through the country. So it's like if I'm whatever organization, it's like it's easier to get everybody in the Midwest, but it's cheaper to fly everybody into Indianapolis and have get hotels and all of that, have conventions. So like this convention city. So before COVID happened, bro, it was literally a convention downtown every week, whether it was like a Delta convention or it was like a cheerleading convention or like wrestling or like whatever. But then it will always be these like random ass big, super big like Freemason conventions that I have down here. And it's like we got a little mall downtown and there ain't really shit in there with some shoe stores and like Chick-fil-A. But it's like I remember one time I was in there and I want to say it was either Trump or Pence was in town for the convention because it was like, bro, it was like mob deep, like secret security. It was like 20 like Secret Service agents, but then it was like they was just walking through the mall, like I guess to kind of secure the perimeter and shit. But then somebody said that they made like a whole wing, they cleared a whole wing of the mall out, and people was like, yeah, somebody's here, and they not saying who it is, but it's like it's always some shit going on here. And it's just funny because it's like the Shriners, we gotta like you ever notice how all of like the random concert halls that's not like big venues like stadiums is damn near like Freemasonic places too.
Oh shit!
Like,
hold on, I got this little thing in my phone where a lot of celebrities follow 666 people, and somebody's put in the chat that Shannon Sharp did, and I looked it up and he does. King Von, when FBG Duck died, he had 666 people. I got that. Little Baby's baby mama followed 666 people. I got a screenshot of that. Wide Neck, the nigga who went viral for a wide neck, he was following 666 people the other day. DJ Academics does that. So I got a collection of it. So I just found that. And you were saying that I forgot what part you was talking about. Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
But I was just saying just how it's just always something going on down here, and it's a very.
And you was talking about the concerts.
Okay, yeah, all the concert halls is down there Freemasonic halls, bro.
Yes.
Like, okay, I went to go see Wiz and Currency last year at House of Blues, right, in Chicago, and like the whole shit, it was just Egyptian shit everywhere. It was just Egyptian shit all on the walls. But then the spot downtown here, that's a major venue, is the Marat Egyptian Ballroom. So it's like 3 different places in there. But anytime it's somebody that's of a big enough name that's not selling the stadium out, they're going there. And it's just like that just show like how, you know, this network, like you book the shows, but you like got, you know, it would be, if you're in entertainment, it would be imperative for you to be a Mason because all this
you're
network
already at the lodge. And that's why people. Ricky Smiley. I didn't think he was down them boys, but you watch a channel called a channel called Fame and Sacrifice.
Yeah.
With the lady, hey,
I
ain't gonna lie, man. I love her channel, but her wig pieces be fucked up. I don't know who her man is. Yo, her wig be fucked up. Hey, I love your channel.
She going hard though.
Yo, she go hard, but yeah, her wigs are fucked up. I gotta say that shit hard. But she did one on Ricky Smiley where he was like, she said he down with the get down, so he had to get rid of his try to get rid of his daughter. I like, damn, Ricky Smiley down with them boys. Looked into it. He down with a friend. I'm like, damn, this shit was everywhere. And then you said the order.
Steve Harvey won too.
Yeah, but everybody is. I was telling my dad, they're like, yo, Dad, everybody down with them boys. That's everybody. It's one big organization.
Yeah, they're not letting you. You can only get to a certain level without joining. And I you know who I would say is a perfect example of that? Spoken Reasons is a perfect example of that. And I got a lot of respect for that man. I want to say it was maybe 2 years ago where he went in and he did that confession about Hollywood. He said it without saying it, but it's just like, yeah, it's like you either gonna play the game or you gonna get passed by. And that's the thing, like, you know, especially look at these rappers, man. Like, you a nigga from the hood, you ain't never had shit, you poor. Oh, we gonna give you $5 million to rap about killing niggas and doing all this shit. What you gonna do?
Take the $5 million.
Yeah, you gonna take the $5 million. But then it's like, oh damn, you took the $5 million. Oh man, you know, we need you to take your brother out. We need you to take we need you, you know, somebody gonna have to go. But then like I said, even with old girl, shit, she said she didn't say nothing to nobody about that. Nobody approached her about that. But she wrote the song for Rodney. It was big as shit.
Rodney who? And Rodney Campbell?
Rodney Jerkins, the producer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She
said she wrote under him and shit. And it's just like, you know, like I said, you know, these people telling you what's up. Like I call it like the vampire theory. Like they gotta show you what's up. And like even with evil or anything, like that shit, like the devil can't trick you out your soul. Like that's not how it works. Like you have to willingly give up your soul. Just like whenever you watch a vampire movie, vampires can't come in somebody's house unless they let them in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the intent of the magic. You feel me? Like, all right, yeah, you know, I want to.
And that's one reason why they put all this shit in the music videos and the movies, so we can lit that shit in our motherfucking house. That's the main reason why.
You bought it. You know what I'm saying? You went out, bought this shit, screaming this shit. Now your vibration and your energy all off and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got thoughts, but we didn't make you buy this. We convinced you to buy it, but you still had the choice at the end of the day to be like yes or no.
Mm-hmm. That's facts, man. That's all the way facts, man. You know what I'm saying? But shit, anything else you want to speak on? We almost at 1:42.
Hey. We done covered a lot, bro, and I will definitely come back if you will have me back.
Oh yeah, man. Hey y'all, he ain't agreed to it yet, but I'm gonna make him agree. Armchair coming back. You know what I'm saying? My boy, I got to get up with him. Gun Lee said he want to come back. Art, you definitely coming back. This shit hit like 300 views, man.
Bro, I wouldn't mind getting on with Armchair too, though. Like,
oh, I can get all three of us on here. Armchair, my nigga, man, yeah. But I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep up. Armchair to go off, man. That man can talk, boy.
Hey, I'm with him. I'm with him, bro. I'm totally with it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, shit, this was cool. This was simple. Mm-hmm. This was a breeze. You know, I'm sitting here looking at the clock too for that first. When we hit the hour mark, I'm like, damn, we got an hour already. Yeah, we done hit about 300. We had 300 views right now, 300 people watching, but it's already getting late. I got to, you know what I'm saying? I got to eat, get right. Sure.
Hell yeah, man. But y'all, hey, this is my boy Art. He will be back on the show. This is my boy, man. Hey, man, you were very intelligent. I'm glad I brought you on here, man. Anything you want to share?
Hey, and also, I'm not just heavy material all the time, too. Like, I am an OG sneakerhead. So, if you want to have some sneaker fashion,
what's the best Jordan, man? What's the best Jordan?
My opinion. Okay, so like, we talking like as far as like functionality or like, okay, this is, I'll put it like this in this order. This is the top 5 shoes to me that I feel impacted sneaker culture. You got to start off with the Run DMC Adidas first, because my Adidas was like the first sneaker song, and that was like an anthem for sneakers. But then we gonna go Jordan 1, because the Jordan 1, like that marketing was flawless. Okay, we're gonna make a red sole, because the sole could only be, we're gonna put red on the sole, and it can only be white. So okay, we're gonna wear them 10 games, pay $50,000 for a fine, and get $1 billion worth of marketing for free. Then the Jordan 3, because that was the first sneaker, Nike, first basketball shoe with an air bubble in it, first $100 shoe. So that's when like it was black
you a
cool.
sneakerhead for real.
Yeah,
You know sneaker history.
That's when it was black cool and sneakers became a status. And then after that, because it's the shoe that people don't know about, because niggas don't wear skateboard dunks. But the pigeon dunk is the shoe that changed history. That was the first shoe niggas camped out for and went crazy about. And then after that, it got to be the Galaxy Foamposite, because the sneaker game was never the same after the Galaxy Foamposite drop.
Them shit's ugly though. Foamposite's ugly.
I mean, I go through my phases, and I probably got about 35 pairs of foams. It's time.
Hey, man, what size shoe you wear? Donate something to the boy.
Man, I wear like 11 and a half.
That's the same size shoe I wear, man. Go ahead and send me some shoes, man.
I have to go through and see what I got, bro. But yeah, like I'm really heavy on like runners, like Air Maxes right now. Probably my favorite shoe, my favorite model of all time though is the Air Max 1. Like I love Air Max 1s. Like, but Air Max 1s and Jordan 3s is the same shoe, but the Air Max 1 just the running version. So yeah, I got this sneaker and fashion pop culture thing. Because I'm gonna tell you this too before we get off. Who you think made Jordan 1s cool?
Wasn't it Jordan?
Okay, I'm talking about like now made them all the rage. Jordan was talking about not yet. I don't have a channel, but when I do get a channel, Dwayne will be the first to know about my channel.
I'm helping them out.
But bro, the first time Jordan 1s became cool in the Otis video with Kanye and Jay-Z. Kanye had the red ones on. Or no, Jay-Z had the red and black ones on, and Ye had the blue and black ones on. Then the celebrities started wearing them. But then when motherfucking Rihanna had on them Chicago ones, that's when they became a thing again. Because people got to realize Nike put out shoes and shit, but Nike really is like a marketing firm more than anything. And it's like we can go in about Nike, but like Nike whole goal was for like our generation to make us lifetime consumers and brand loyal.
Hey, Nike and Apple and got some of the best branding ever. Like it's something about a Nike. I don't want a fucking Adidas. You buy me some Adidas. All right, they better be some nice ones. But I want some Nikes. I don't want no fucking K-Swiss. I don't want no goddamn Reeboks.
And it's like, I got love for all three GOATs in basketball, for Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron. But my whole thing with Michael Jordan is it's like Michael Jordan was marketed to us in a way that he was the best. Like, how you gonna tell somebody he not the best nigga ever when this nigga like pretty much launched? Well, now people think he launched Nike, but Bo Jackson was the one that made Nike take off. And I'm a Raiders fan, and if Bo Jackson would have never got hurt, I'm not saying Michael Jordan wouldn't be as big as he is, but the whole deification of Michael Jordan would be different because they just launched all the money. Because, like, see, people forget, like, how big that fucking Bo Knows campaign was. Like, Bo Knows was everything, but then Bo got hurt. And Nike was like, shit, how we gonna do it? And then insert Spike Lee. They did the Spike and Mike shit. But, like, look at it. Michael Jordan was selling underwear. He was selling fucking hot dogs. He was selling batteries. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was selling whatever. Like, you literally, I remember.
Yeah, I remember at one point, nobody wore Jordans. You know who really helped Jordan out? You know who really brought Jordans back? The flea markets. Niggas won't. There was a phase where niggas only rocked fake J's. Everybody had fake J's. And then the real ones started dropping. Cause I don't never remember nobody going to the store spending $200 on Jordans. We all got the fake shits. And then the fake shits got popular. Now we started back buying the real shit.
I was in the trenches, bro. I was a fucking manager for Foot Locker for 13 years. I was in them sneaker trenches. That's one of them things I feel where you coming from, because that was like for everybody who wasn't no sneakerhead. Like, that's what got people on that shit. Because it's like, oh, them came out in this color. Like, let me get them. But it's like I look at it like this: like sneakerheads and weed heads is like the same kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you a weed head, you ain't out here buying no Reggie or buying no mid. You want that shit. You want the best shit you can get. Like if you really about it. But then it's like if you got disposable income for weed and you want quality weed, like then at the same time, even if you don't smoke, like if you have disposable income to buy 2 or 3 pairs of shoes a month, then like you want a certain type of shoe. Because even now, like I'm about to start a cleaning service, but I'm busting, nigga. I'm about to bust niggas like 50 a pair. But then if you send me 3, 4 pairs, I'm gonna give you a deal and clean them.
Mm-hmm.
But just because I don't want to do it for 25 or 30 bucks because I don't want to clean everybody's shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a specific niche of people I'm looking for. Like niggas that's like me. Like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, bro, I got a couple hundred pairs of shoes, but I got like 15 I would like to wear, but I just never wore them because I got them dirty and I just got so much shit that I wear them. So it's like, that's just kind of the thing, like finding the target of what I want, finding that target market. Because it's like, you can have a business forever. You can have a business, of course, but it's like, that's the difference between like, we'll say like just fucking Hanes and Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
Supreme is a specific brand. Like, yo, this is our target market. We just throwing Supreme shit on everything, and the people that's loyal to our shit is just gonna buy this fucking table or this bottle of water for 40 bucks because it says Supreme on it.
Versus the ugliest, lamest, plainest brand ever, Supreme. But hey, it's perfect marketing. When Big Baller brand dropped and he sold his shoes for $400, I thought it was a great idea, even though the shoes was ugly. Because when I sell my Dwayne McClain black tees, the shirts I sell now, that's Teesprings. My official Dwayne McClain black tee that come out, it's gonna be $65. Nobody gonna buy it.
Why not?
It's gonna have a little DMT logo at the bottom that say DMTV, and that bitch gonna sell for $65 for real.
Hey, somebody will buy that shit though, bro.
$100 white tee, man.
A nigga will purchase it just to purchase it, just because he said it. Like this, that's just what's funny to me. It's like you put a price tag on certain shit, then now it's exclusive. Now you have to have it. Like, and even like now, this whole like PlayStation and Xbox fiasco. Cause I got niggas that's heavy in the sneaker game. I got bots and shit. And me and my homeboy were talking about that last night. And he was like, yeah, man. He was like, I know a dude that got like 40 PlayStations. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, and he want 900 a piece for all of them. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But it's like, these shit's not shoes, bro. Like, granted, I'm pretty sure he's gonna move some of them, but he's not about to move all 40 of them bitches. So hopefully he move enough because they're gonna be around in 2 weeks. Hopefully he moves enough so that when they're around, he can sell them for a cheaper price and make some money.
Mm-hmm. Now, what you think about the PS5 selling for like $1,300, $1,400 right now?
I mean, but that's why, like, see, because Sony was trying to create hype behind it and it backfired. Because what's happening now, like, it's all of these issues with network speed and firmware, but it's like you don't got enough PlayStation 5s on the network. So they can't even drop a corrective update because there's not enough PlayStation 5s to work. And like, I'm a Call of Duty head. That was the only reason I wanted that shit the first day, is so that I could get Cold War and play Cold War. But then everybody I talk to, like, you know that shit cross-platform. Everybody is talking about how shitty the servers is on that because it ain't enough people on the network to play.
Yeah. Hey, I had we're talking about dreams. I had a dream last night. My girlfriend bought me a TV and a PlayStation 5. Hope that dream come true. Facts. She bought it. You know what I'm saying?
Manifest that, bro. You deserve it.
Yeah.
She got you.
She watching. So yeah, I want that. Yeah, give me that PS5. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But yeah, we can get you on the show, man. We're gonna schedule a date. Let's look for like in this December. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, just let me know, man.
All right, man. Available. Hey, y'all, this is my boy. Y'all fuck with the boy. He gonna have his own channel soon, 2021. I don't know when he gonna start it, but he gonna have something. But hey, man, he gonna be over here until now. Maybe once or twice a month, get him on here, man. Cool people, man. Gotta love him. Y'all be safe out there, man. I'm out.
All right, peace. You have a good night, bro.
Man, hold it down, man. Hit me up too, man. You hold it down.
All right, for sure. I got you.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. Talking that shit. I'm only buying if it's over 500. Hey, man, y'all motherfuckers was cheap tonight. Let me see how much money I made, man. This is money I made, man. Y'all niggas ain't seeing me shit. I'm trying to get this camera. Ain't y'all tired of seeing me on cell phones and shit? Oh, $45. That's straight. That's straight. Shouts out to Mary Bender and Stacy Carr. Y'all hit the Cash App, Dwayne McClain TV. I just joined, boy. What the fuck? Eli Smooth, you're late, but we is done. We's done. A man named George. Shouts out to y'all. And y'all, I'm not motherfucking clone. Y'all think they can make a clone this handsome? I told y'all. Which ear is it? Man, I forgot which ear it was. I think it's this ear. I told y'all if I got clone, I ain't got the scar no more on my ear. I'm gonna show y'all. All right? I can move the camera too. I think it's this ear because I was coming up on a cabinet. Hold up. Y'all see that cut? Y'all see that? I'm not clone. When y'all don't see that cut, y'all know I'm a clone. All right? Damn. Y'all so ready to clone a nigga, man. Niggas ain't cloned out here, man. Shouts out Marty Rose too, man. I'm Marty Rose, man. That's my boy, man. Boy, you look like a white dude in that picture. You gotta keep your facial hair, bro. You guys were great. Shouts out to Coco Kooplas. Shouts out to Tori. She did a lot of work tonight. It ain't there. Man, the scar is there. What are you talking about, man? I got a scar right here too. Hold up. Man, which side of my face? Hold up. It's on this side, man. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm looking. So you might be clone. I don't know where my damn scar is at. I got cut right here. I got stabbed by the doctor. He put some scissors in my goddamn face. My cousin beat my ass right here. Fucked me all the way up. Or is it on? No, it's on this cheek because I got a scar here right there. And man, it's the goddamn camera fucking with me, man. Dwayne got all the MILFs on his channel. Good night. You take care, Kirkland Vlogs. I don't know if you got a channel, but we can check it out. Anybody want to be a guest, hit my Gmail. We can see if we can get you on. You know what I'm saying? You look like Gucci clone. Bitch. Let me see how the waves look. I look crazy. Oh yeah, them waves in there, baby. Y'all see that? I got that 4-week wolf. Know that? I'm about to eat me a goddamn, maybe we need a goddamn salad or something. You know what I'm saying? Something, you know what I mean? You gotta show us every time now. Got to. Clones be capping. Y'all, I'm really gonna run with this clone shit. I used to pick on people about this clone shit. You gotta show it, okay. All right, y'all, I'm out. My ass hurt me sitting down this thing this long. Y'all, shouts out to the boy. My boy, I'm dropping the video tonight. I got it. It's uploading now. We got 2 more videos uploading tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be working all week. We dropping videos, content all week. Y'all be on the lookout. The scar was there. Hold up. They look like clone waves. Shouts out to Kuri Yalahad. I hope I said your name right. But yeah, man, shouts out to her. She be supporting the channel a lot. Shouts out Tori. Nuthead. Oh, hell yeah. You know what it is. Hey, man, y'all be safe, man. I'm gone. Oh, she called me a peanut head. I thought I was talking about some nuthead. Shouts out to them boys, man.